Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Maximilian College Basketball Picks and Analysis for Wednesday, February 4th. I'm your host, Max Hofmeyer, and I've got two games that we will be going over for today. But first, let's go ahead and recap the last show, which was on Saturday. Reason we didn't really have anything in between, not a lot of games, and had a camera snafu actually yesterday. I was going to do one, but went on for VEASAN yesterday, could not get my camera to work. I spent way too much time trying to figure it out, got way too mad, and just put it off to today. Still took me forever to get it up, but finally we're back up and running, and happy to be back up and running because we're recapping here a nice little 2-1 from Saturday's show. App State absolutely dominates in that one, plus 7.5, didn't even need it, crushed them outright. Let's go. And our other dog, Northridge plus 2.5 win outright as well. That Troy game I talked about, just a bad bounce back spot for Troy because it was kind of strength on strength, so App State was really not phased. And the fade UC San Diego train continues. I talked about that one in the last episode. You can go back how they were so good in the non-con, red hot shooting, and they've just kind of fallen off the face of the earth here in conference play. And you can always kind of apply those, nuggets I dropped to future games as well. Like I said, UC San Diego is a team I have been fading a lot, and I'll probably continue to fade unless we see big market adjustments. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive in to the first play. And just two for today. Getting later and later in the year, it's harder to find edges. And, I sent out 4 plays to subscribers, but can't give them all out for free. Got to keep some of them, close to the vest here. But anyways, we're going back to another Appalachian State game. They're minus 5.5 here versus South Alabama, and total of 129.5. And as always, when you mention South Alabama, any game that they're involved, you have to talk about the zone defense that they play, and the fact that they pack the paint and give up a bunch of threes. 65% of opponent attempts are from deep, which is the most frequent in the country, and it's not even close. By like 10% is the next closest team. So the most important thing you got to look at is whoever they're playing, what's their three-point percentage. And App State, not a great three-point shooting team. 32% from deep on the year, which puts them at about 275th out of 365 teams. And South Alabama themselves, not a good three-point shooting team either, 32% as well, and they've been even worse here in conference play. Where South Alabama has excelled, though, has been inside the arc. They're first in the conference in two-point percentage, shooting 55%, and that's exactly what App State's defense excels at. They're only allowing 44% from opponent twos, which is first in the conference. This should be a pretty slow game. KenPom only projecting 61 possessions and 127 points here. Neither team wants to run. They both kind of take it slow. So I am going to go ahead and take under 129.5 for play number one. I just think both defenses have pretty significant advantages here over the respective offenses. So I'm going to go ahead and take an under for the first play. And for the second and final play, Radford plus 3.5 here versus Winthrop in a Big South matchup. These teams already played once, and it was a close one. Winthrop won by 1 at home. And, now they're going on the road here if they want to get the regular season sweep. Radford had a chance to win that game, but just fell short. And I would not be surprised if this is another close one. Radford was a team coming into the year, just had so many questions. It was a complete roster overhaul, and the roster was sneaky expensive and sneaky talented. And a first-year head coach, Zach Chu, who, not just at the D1 level, but like first coaching job ever, I'm pretty sure. So I was not surprised at all to see that Radford struggled coming out of the gates this year. 4-8 in the non-con versus D1 opponents, and that was with the strength of schedule that ranked 321st. But I'm also not surprised to see that they're playing much better. Since conference play started, they've really turned a corner. They now find themselves at 6-3 in the conference, and I think they keep it going. Game one was close. I expect another close one here, so I am going to go ahead and take Radford plus the 3.5 for the final play. And that will do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe as you don't want to miss any future episodes. And best of luck. Let's cash some tickets. See ya.